So all the project which you can do a project management sitting at, this is the main page. Toolbox. So I'll go one by one. So if you want to open the existing one, here the recent you can see here. It's been already.
Yeah. Okay.
So here you'll have a couple of more, if you want some help or something,
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, the startup page actually I'm pretty good because I'm kind of using the same kind of Visual Studio for my .NET.
Okay, that's fine. So let's go to the new project.
Mm-hmm.
So here you can see that this is business intelligence. This is for
Yeah, right.
intelligence. You have integration services, report services, report server projects,
What is this one?
your analysis services. So as of now, we'll go for this integration services. Fine. Here you can see if I say I have to write online SSIS training. This is the place, this is the location probably will save your file of projects. You may also change it if you want, depends.
Okay.
So I'll keep it as it is for time being. Say okay. So it will create you the simple, kind of a structure of your folder and a structure of your project. So you can see here you have the project name and all. So you can simply come here and you can make changes of your package. So
What is DTSX for?
those are basically a kind of extension for your complete package. Everything they created in the package itself.
Yeah.
So if you can see, there's a connection manager. This is package. So what all you'll be working here in this package? You can see that toolboxes. So there's a data flow, execute flow. We'll normally talk about data flow. We'll talk about it later. Now this is a place you have a control flow, data flow, parameter, header, and your package explorer. So we'll go one by one how it works. Prior to that, you have a connection which is most important. So you have to do a connection before. So can you see this?
Okay.
You can also go and create a new connection if you want. Can you see here? Connection is already available. So it's a ODBC connection I'm using in right now. So you can simply change them if you want.
Okay.
So
I can use Microsoft SQL Server there?
yeah, definitely you can.
Okay.
So you have a SQL Server file. So you can use one of them, Oracle database. Right, so I have used an ODBC. So if you have a SQL Server, please select the SQL Server and then you can select the server name and following databases what you have and test the connection.
Okay.
When it is established, you can just start using them up.
Okay.
Okay, give me 1 minute. It's taking time to. I don't have SQL Server, although it's only the instance of the client I must be having for the SSIS projects.
Okay.
Okay, so here I've already created one of the ODBC. You can see here. And the password is the same. So I'll try to connect. So you can see here the tables, views, and procedures. There's some issue in my ODBC, so don't worry, it will come up automatically.
Okay.
You see all the tables coming in, but I had some driver issue, so it comes all of the columns here. I mean all of the
Mm-hmm.
users data coming in. So we
Okay.
go for a BI sample. That's what we're working in.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 minute. So you can see that all the files are available. INF
Mm-hmm.
stand for Informatica, so I just created all the Informatica, this session. So we'll use
Okay.
similar table. So you can see that STG for staging and TRG for target. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So this is how you at least you connect. So once your connection is done,
Mm-hmm.
you're good to go. You're ready to start working upon. So how it works? First of all, you have the project you already made it. So let's go and start the. So wherever when you go for a complete kind of flow, your toolboxes gets specifically changes. When you say control flow, see the toolboxes is
Mm-hmm.
saying something else. If you go to data flow, it says something else. Correct?
Okay. Right.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
depends what kind of tab you are, and it'll show you the boxes. So first of all, let's go to control flow. So go for a data flow task. Can you
Mm-hmm.
see here?
Yeah. What is this control flow?
Okay. So
What does it mean actually?
control flow is over control of your mapping.
Uh-huh.
So data flow would be internally. So when I double click this, you see it comes to data flow.
Uh-huh.
So control flow is basically if you have multiple maps and if you have multiple, I would say multiple in terms of if you have more than one transformation or if you're having more than one maps running at the same goal. Let's say you're loading a staging table and also you're loading up or populating a target table together.
Mm-hmm.
So there's maybe you can create one flow for source,
Mm-hmm.
one for a target. So one you're creating your populating your data from your flat file to your staging area, right?
Mm-hmm.
And after
Mm-hmm.
staging, you're populating those staging data to your target.
Okay.
So there's a two data flow. But if you want
Mm-hmm.
to combine them, here is that's the reason that's called control flow. Can you see at the icon what it
Mm-hmm.
says? You can see that there's a one flow. So if I go
Mm-hmm.
and create one more flow here, can you check? I can still link one flow to another. So this is a linking actually. This is how you link.
Mm-hmm.
So it will
Okay.
first go for this and then first it will go for this.
Mm-hmm.
You got my point? I'll show you one by one. So I'll not go confuse you all of them together. So I'll go very slow so that you can get to know each and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because the main purpose of knowing your SSIS in complete package, SSIS is more important than SRS and AS because SSIS is basically your data load.
Okay.
This is most important powerful tool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So how many data flows a control flow can have? As many or
multiple,
just two?
multiple.
Okay.
Yeah, but it depends what exactly you've been looking at.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll so one thing is you can simply come and you can edit them going double click it or you can simply double click here and you can rename the name as say
Mm-hmm.
flat file to table.
Okay.
So you're loading data from flat file to table. Okay. So you say right
Okay.
button and then you can have this all the changes if you want. You can click on auto size. So if you want to make it a little more bigger like this
Mm-hmm.
and then probably it looks too bigger to you so you simply you just want to make it something like the same size you can use the auto size.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you double click it, it comes to a data flow. Here exactly you have your source and target destination.
Mm-hmm.
This is what exactly you will create a map here. Okay, I'll show you.
Okay.
See the tools. Now it's different. So all the transformation is coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Aggregate, condition, data flow, derive, lookup, merge. So this you can see that all of them at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. At least this much you should be knowing it. This
Okay.
is most important, except OLEDB, that's not much of important.
Mm-hmm.
Also, script component is not much important, but yes, apart from, slowly changing dimension, remember I was talking about yesterday?
Yeah, slowly changing dimension. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
The
right.
aggregate, condition, data conversion, derive, lookup, join, multicast,
Mm-hmm.
sort, union, these all are important.
Mm-hmm. So are we going to discuss about all these?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
Okay.
doubtful. Also, I'm going to teach a bit of them, maybe audit, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and couple of more. So let me tell you, these all actually it's a part of SSIS, and but
Mm-hmm.
it has two phases. One is data integration, one is data quality. So if you can see that your fuzzy grouping, fuzzy lookup, right? These are data
Mm-hmm.
quality. They are not data integration.
Okay.
Now, what is data quality is if you have your actual data, if you want to clean them, you understand data cleansing?
Data cleansing?
Yeah, have you heard that? No.
No.
Okay, data cleansing is the name it says you're cleaning a data.
Uh-huh.
So if you have a raw
So
data which
unwanted data or something?
yeah, Zung value or maybe unwanted data,
Oh,
unconditional
right,
data.
right. Okay.
So you
Garbage
are
value or
cleaning of
something.
them. So those are data quality. That's a separate class. I mean that's a separate course.
Mm-hmm.
Only people who look for a data quality. So those are actually a transformation, right? Sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
so those all things comes all together when you go for a cleansing stuff. So then you simply for even an question of auditing.
Mm-hmm.
So having said that, you go in toolbar and I'll take one of them. So this is the important stuff, source and target. So you have
Mm-hmm.
to take what is the source and what is the target. So if you go to source and double click in source assistant,
Mm-hmm.
is it clear now as of now? Any issues?
Yes, yes.
Are you able to
Yes, I'm,
completely understand?
yeah, yeah. I'm able to understand. Yeah.
Okay. So when you say source, and as you already understand, ETL,
Mm-hmm.
so E is your source, right? And T is your, logic, which is a transformation logic, and L is
Mm-hmm.
your target. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So I'll talk about there's a source. You can have SQL Server as a source. You have an Excel, flat file, or your, Oracle background. So I'll take an Excel
Mm-hmm.
and say double click, which is new. So you can see here, you have to
Mm-hmm.
browse the path. Which one you want to get this?
Okay.
So for example, if I take a customer and say
Mm-hmm.
open, right? Microsoft this first row has, you can see that first row has column names. That means if
Okay.
you exclude that, they'll take all the data. If you click this, it'll take
Yeah,
first
yeah.
row as a column.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
Okay. So here is the
Mm-hmm.
Excel file. So if you double click here, fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll simply have to go and select the, can you see that customer sheet?
Uh-huh.
So when you select this, you can see the columns.
Okay.
These are the columns. So I'll also show you where
Mm-hmm.
exactly the data coming from. So you can see this as this is what I was talking about. Can you see this ID and then address, city, zip, and
Mm-hmm.
battery? Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So this will minimize. You can also preview data. If you click here, you can see the same data here.
Okay.
Is it making sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So primarily you can source, and you please click and review all the time whether you're being properly connected or not. You'll able to see that if the data is also available or not. Sometimes people are still trying it, but if there's no data available and you find nothing at the target. Okay.
Okay.
So once you're done, okay. So your source is complete. I'm saying Control S just for a saving perspective. So you can see that Excel sheet is ready.
Okay.
Source is ready. So you can also rename it. You can write SRC, which is source, customer, you know, Excel file.
Okay.
Make you more, बाबू लाइट ऑफ कर दो. Okay. So you've seen this source is done. Now the next thing is you'll go back toolbox once again. You have to go for a destination. Okay. Where you want to target it.
Okay.
I'm just showing you first, one-to-one mapping. Then we'll go for a little vast one, little more difficult, a complex one. So here I'm going for something called Oracle provider for OLADB. I'm selecting OK. So I'm connecting my database. Okay. Auto save option, click on test and it'll show you the test connection success or failure. Is it okay?
Okay.
Click OK. Now you can see something here. Now you can see this is Excel. So there's a direction says you're taking from Excel and putting into a
Database.
Okay, so double click this. Now there's no input. So saying there's no input coming in. So what you do, you can see red and green, blue one. So red is an error for, and this is for only for putting the data. So you drag this blue one and select the other one. Okay.
Oh, what is red for? Red is for error?
Yeah, for error. So you write TRG
Okay.
customer table. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll double click here, but you can see there's a cross mark. That means there's some error. Okay, the destination table name now has been provided, right? So you have to simply double click. Now you already have those tables. So you click here and figure out which table you want to do as a target. So you can see all the things coming in. So BI sample, I have to go for, there would be TRG. You can figure out TRG. It should be TRG customer. Here we go. This is a staging lookup customer. So you can click and see the existing view data. So what I'll do, I'll go and purge it. I'm going to truncate this. I hope it's making clear to you. I don't think so you'll be finding any difficulties anymore.
No, I didn't find any difficulties. But why did you truncate?
No,
Or you didn't want to
I just want to clean
push
them
the
up so that you
data?
can load the data.
Oh, okay.
I have not truncated. You can see the data is coming here. So you'll not see what are the things are loaded, not loaded after the running the,
Oh.
map. Just to make sure that the data is loading and you can see that.
Yes, I got it now.
Yeah. I do not want to do a cheating on the training itself. I want to make self that you should know it.
No, I was trying. I thought maybe I didn't understand what he said. That's why I was
I'm just cleaning the data so that once you load it, you can see that.
asking.
I believe it's gonna be Informatica lookup customer. Yeah, this is the name. So I normally truncate the data before loading it so that we should
Yeah,
see that data is
that
loading
makes
and
sense.
not.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there are data available. Okay, you can see there's no data available.
Mm.
Fine.
Okay.
Let's
Mm-hmm.
go and click on view, which is blank.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can see that you existing data, there's nothing come up. Okay.
Yes.
So you've selected the target table. Now the important part is called your mapping.
Uh-huh.
So what you do is you have to just map the source and target. So this is source, this is target. You can
Mm-hmm.
simply say drag and drop to the respected columns. That's one
Okay.
way, or you can drop it here and you can do it from here.
Oh, okay.
Got the point? So there's a two-way.
Mm-hmm.
One is you can drag drop, or you can do it from the bottom. So whichever you
Mm-hmm.
feel comfortable, you please do that.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then you simply say okay. So the red is gone. So you
Mm-hmm.
control S. Now let's check how do we run it. So this is what you have to run the show. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Click and start. See that what happens? See this. What is saying? It's saying green. That means
Yeah.
working fine. Now you can see
Mm-hmm.
that the number of rows, 181 rows from here
Mm-hmm.
to target.
Okay. Okay.
So you say, please stop it here. You go to the results. Do you see
Mm-hmm.
a logs coming here? What is the source? What is the validation? How much time this started? When it is finished? You can see that
Uh-huh.
milliseconds. Nanoseconds have
Okay.
taken 5.61.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go and check the data. Where you really have a data or is only showing you, oh, yes, you have a data.
Mm-hmm.
You got it?
Yeah.
So let me see the count of the data, whether we are saying 181, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you got 181
Mm-hmm.
rows.
Mm-hmm.
So you tell me, how you finding comfortable in terms of understanding the first map of SSIS?
Yeah, it is actually I've gone through the a little bit of a demo in SSIS before,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm kind of I'm able to understand or I am able to grasp what you're saying very fine. I mean,
Okay. So
without any
you
issues so
what we
far.
did now.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So here you'll have a source,
Mhm.
all the columns. In a source you have, you
Mhm.
can see your view data.
Okay.
Okay.
But I never tried it. I need
Now
to
you'll
work
be
on.
able to try and you start doing it. Now you have
Mhm.
a target. So you can see that source, the data coming from, and here's data getting
Mhm.
into. See the direction of
Mhm.
arrow
Yeah. Yeah, I got it.
because it's the target.
Mhm.
It's a source.
Okay.
Okay. So after the source and target, you simply drag and drop and just do the mapping.
Mhm.
It's important. So here is basically a path editor which talks about the complete metadata, how it's happening, what is happening. So these are source. Okay.
Mhm.
So you double click the target. The first thing you do is you have to select the target table.
Mhm.
Now you can view the data. Now the data is already loaded. And the next important part is your mapping. So this is the source and this is the target. See that name of the source, customer
Mhm.
ID, customer underscore ID,
Mhm.
right? If it's
Yeah.
the same name, it automatically maps.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, you've seen that. The mapping was already done before.
Mhm.
What we have done is only two things.
Oh, yeah. Right. Right.
If you remember, you see that video back.
Yeah, I remembered, and I was also wondering, like,
why this was coming up.
why those were like already
Yeah, because
mapped.
of the same name. You can see that the name is
Okay,
same.
got it, got it.
So they are automatically mapped. If the name does not match, it will not map.
Okay,
Then you
okay,
can come and do forcefully use in.
okay.
So is it making sense to understand at least from the connection point of view, mapping point of view, you executed. So you do the vice versa again. So you have staging area to source. So you have done a lookup. So I'll have to write the, this is not target, it's basically, I would say lookup, lookup table, what you're using it now. So at least for today, I'll suggest you to just do a small practice, just to create a package, right? Go and understand the, you create one flow and at least create at least one, for me it's going to be easy for tomorrow onward so that I can just make it faster. I can just come back with the transformation one by one. Just to give you an example, let me close this. I'm saving it for you. So once you know the basics, for us is easy, to both can really do it faster.
Okay.
So I'll show you my package which I've already created before. It's only for a demo perspective. When I give a demo or when I teach people, I create this. So you can see that. Remember, I was talking about something. You have more than one. So this is the one which talks about source and destination. Then you go back. This is one of the control. Okay. So it talks about, now this is the other one. So what I'm doing it, I'll just to give you an idea. Here I'm saying customer flat file to lookup, and then there's lookup to there's a target. So you can see that this, I'm also generating, after this database, I'm generating an Excel file.
Yeah.
So I'm doing two things. Number one, what I'm doing, I'm the same thing you did right now. This one you did, right?
Yes.
Just now you did that, correct?
Yeah. Yes, yes.
So that's what I'm doing is you're taking a source file and you populating your table. Now I'm saying after populating, I want to populate the data from the table to your flat file. So here what I'm doing is I'm taking this source and taking this as destination. You got my point? So the destination I'm looking in here. So tomorrow onward, I'll talk about, I'll also tell you how to generate a flat file. Now you just only went for creating a loading data from flat file to a table. So next I'll talk about how you generate a flat file from your table. That's this one, individual one, and then we combine together. Then we combine together this and this. Okay? And then probably we will start going for transformations once everything is okay. For example, we go for a aggregation transformation. How you do an aggregation transformation? Can you see this?
Okay.
So we'll go one by one. Then I'll take a separate transformation and I'll teach you the way it needs and then give you a business scenario and I'll show you the example. Right? So I'll create it for a few so that you'll able to know that. Despite I'll show you the previous one, I'll create it for you just now. This you did it. Can you see this?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So it looks okay to you. How are you finding it? You already said you have some experience, so.
Right. Yeah. I'll try to create one sample and I'll.
For today, because of the first class, I don't want to do rush so many things together.
Okay, sure.
At least you familiarize the concepts of packages and all. You start creating the first one which you have just did it, and in the first one which you have already seen it.
Okay, sure.
At least this one. So this you already done it, right? In this session.
No, Oh yeah, in a session, yes.
Yeah, so just please, I would respect and request you to just go ahead and do that.